like this?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, people.
What's up, bro? How you doing? This is like a major event, so I figured I needed a date, you know?
Yeah, he needed a date because it is very major.
Yes, indeed.
Major,
Now,
baby,
you know
major.
the dog pound. You should explain who they are.
They're people whose prince has finally come.
Okay. You know, there's something that we always forget to do every time you're here, and that's say hello to Z.
Hi, Z.
Tell him who it is.
Z, that's my son. That's my son. I have one of them. That's Zuri. Z-U-R-I. And I have 5 kids. Okay? 4 boys and 1 girl. Yes, that's right, and I'm 47.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about
and I have another one, and his name is Prince.
Yeah. Yes. Tonight is, I'm glad to be back, and tonight is like an all-out party. This is my day this excellent. Yes. And all evening, we'll be checking Prince out, performing old stuff, new stuff. And why don't you bust it? See that card there? Bust that card right there.
Okay, I'm gonna bust it now. You guys get ready? Kicking it all off with Let's Go Crazy and Kiss.
Prince and the new power generation!
Dearly beloved, we gather here today to get through this thing called life. And if the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy, put your higher floor. Don't lie, words are leaving you. Take a look around, least you got a friend. Oh my old lady, oh friendly world. Think of the phone.
tomorrow night, actor Eric Bogosian, Sharon Gless, and Jesus Jones. So that'll be another fun night. You are actually in town because you're acting.
I'm acting again. I'm doing it. I'm so nervous. Prince just wore me out, honey. See, I don't even know. You know, after I see him, I forget what I'm here for.
Okay, let me help you out just a little bit. I know that you are a reoccurring mom on A Different World.
I'm Dwayne's mom. You know what I mean? Yes, I am. And so we're doing an episode with Whitley's mother and I. We meet for the first time as Diane Carroll. I'm scared of her. Yes, and she's a very, Miss Thing, and I'm whatever I am. So that's what we're doing, and it airs in November. And then I was asked to come out and do this.
Well, I know that you love Prince, and like I said, I needed a date. I was at Patty's house in Philadelphia one time, and I think of this story because I see Sheila.
That girl.
Sheila, you sit out there. Hi, Sheila.
That girl, stand up.
Yes. Hi, Sheila.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Yes.
Sheila. Actually, I should make her come down and talk.
Well,
but you know what? Sheila was the reason that I met Prince.
Right. He called, or she got him on the phone.
She called and said, Patty, I have a surprise for you, something. I said, what, girlfriend? So she said, Prince would like to speak to you because he wants to do something for your new album. I said, what? And I knew she was cool, but I thought something was wrong with this thing. But anyway, I said, okay. So she said, I'll call you back in an hour. Right, Sheila? Something like that. And Arsenio was at my house eating.
She actually came. She actually came over.
And then when we were there, but she called. And then she said, I'll call back in an hour. Anyway, she called back in an hour and boyfriend was on the other line. I was scared of him. He said, hello. He talks, everybody. He does so. Most people think that he just doesn't talk. He doesn't breathe. He doesn't do anything. He's human.
He's very talkative.
He's very talkative. And so he said, hello, or something. And he said, I would like to do something for your new album. And I said, sure. So he said, I'll send you some songs in the mail or whatever. And if you like them, you can come as soon as possible and we'll do them. So he sent them maybe 2 days after that, Sheila, right? And I heard the songs and I loved it, them. I didn't love them. I loved it, them. And I was on a plane the next day. Me and my musical director, Bud Ellison, and we went out there and did the 2 songs with Prince like in a minute.
Yeah.
Yo, Mister and Love 89. Yes.
You know me. I'm always very conscious about my weight. How can I be his size?
Well, you're not supposed to eat. He doesn't eat.
Get out of here.
I'm not lying, baby. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And you don't see no wings.
So
no, Prince, he doesn't eat. He eats bread and stuff like that maybe, and he lives on the spirit. I'm not lying because you know me, I love to cook, right? So I was gonna make some stuff for him when I was there because I have so many things to tell you about Prince. Anyway, we were in a restaurant one night and I said, Prince, how was the pasta? Was it an Italian restaurant? He said, oh, I didn't have any. I said, what'd you eat, boyfriend? He said, bread. And so I thought that was strange, but he doesn't eat food. I mean, he's not a meat and potatoes person. He just doesn't eat. He doesn't eat. He's probably hungry now. I'm serious. He doesn't eat very much. He doesn't. But there's some good stories. There's some nice things I have to talk about.
Okay.
And for all people, why me to chit-chat? Gosh.
Well, I just wanted you here with me
I
because
wanted
he
you to be
makes me
here.
nervous too.
He doesn't make anybody nervous. He's cool. He's so cool. People just don't know. He talks.
You just said earlier he just shakes you up.
He shakes me up, but he's cool. I mean, I know when I finish doing this, we're going to go back and have a conversation and probably go out dancing.
Well, they say well.
Oh, I'm not joking. He does. I mean, he parties, he lives, and he loves, and he's wonderful. He's just a real down-to-earth kind of love.
I'm gonna tie him down,
nice
interview
low
him, and make him eat some ribs before the night is over.
Oh, no, don't do that. I don't think so, no.
Since you left here last, you've been getting a lot of food in the mail and on
gosh,
stage.
the last time, thank you again for the hour that you gave me.
Oh, that was
the
fun.
last time.
That was my pleasure.
My pleasure. And then after that, I got boxes of sardines. Every night on stage, people, sardines and hot sauce. I have loads of stuff because I said I did the sardine trip and then the hot sauce. I have all this jalapeno stuff. And just thank you again for all the food. Thank you, fans. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you're going to stay here with me, right?
I'm going to be here all night. Prince said you better not leave, so I'm not leaving.
Okay, we'll be right back. Me, Patty, and Prince. This is a very cool album cover. It changes when you...
It looks like a girl. It does.
Okay.
I'm serious. I love it.
This is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what it is. Hey,
he's
Richard.
gonna debut his new single, Cream, from the
yeah.
up-and-coming album, Diamonds and Pearls. It'll be released October 1st. This is Prince and the New Power Generation.
This is it. Time when you don't go to the wire. You will hit, 'cause you got the burning desire. It's your time. You got the horn, so why don't you blow? You are fine. You're filthy cute, baby, you know it. Green, get on top. Green, you will cop. Green, don't you stop. Hear me? Green, trouble, baby. You're so good, baby. There ain't nobody better. Ain't nobody better. So you should never ever go by the letter. You're so cool. Everything you do is success. Make them rules, then break them all, 'cause you are the best. Yes, you are. Green, get on top. Green, you will come. Green, don't you stop. Hear me? Green, trouble, yeah. Look up in the air, it's your guitar. Do your dance. Why should you wait any longer? Take a chance. It could only make you stronger. It's your time. It's your time. You got the horn, so why don't you blow it? It's so fine, yeah. So fine. You're filthy cute, baby. You know it. You know it. Come on, Green. Get on top. Green, you will come. Green, don't you stop. Hear me? Green, trouble, yeah. Green, 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 green. Trouble, yeah. Listen, I wanna.
That little thing you just saw is the maxi video of Get Off, which actually is going on sale tomorrow. And it's a lot of extra stuff that you can't see on BET and MTV.
Like what?
Well, with Prince, you never know. So go check it out. And I mentioned his album is coming out October 1st. That is the same day.
Mine comes out on October 1st.
And what's your album going to be titled?
Burning, baby. Just plain burning. Okay? It was, the title song is a song written by Bunny Sigler. Hi, Bunny. Yeah. We were talking about Sheila big time, weren't we? Girl,
just remembering
because I just love you, Sheila. And we're remembering when he was at the house when you did come over. See, she calls me all the time, but this is the night that you came over in the bus, the rock and roll bus. And you pulled up in my drive.
Her and Lionel Richie were at the Spectrum.
I know, and she came up with this big old rock and roll bus. I said, Lord, up in the neighborhood, and the children just wasn't having it.
Yeah.
You remember?
She had that big strong guy with her.
Big old bodyguard. Well, you know why. Look at that body. She won't stand up, though. So you can't see her because she won't stand up. She's shy.
Oh, she'll come back and we'll let
she'll come back later.
Stand up and do what she does.
Yes, darling. With her bad self.
Yeah.
Best drum in the world. Scared of her. Bye, Sheila. Next. I'll get you later.
When we were out there at the top of the show, you very proudly said your age. Now, I've always noticed in your bio, it mentions birth date, year, age. You know, entertainers are sensitive about that. You never see that in a bio of an entertainer.
I don't see any reason not to. We all have to get old. I mean, and I hope I'll get as old as possible.
Yeah.
You know, I want to become like 200 if I could. So, I mean, I'll be 48. Yeah. And I love it. I can't wait until I'm 60.
Really?
Yeah, because I'll be aged and perfect, baby. I'm serious. Yeah. You know, I mean, you can think of it in a lot of different ways. I mean, I can say that my 3 sisters who didn't make it to 49.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm almost 48, and I know I'll make 49. I just know it. So I'm happy about every moment I get on this earth. So just be proud of your age, dear.
That's a wonderful philosophy.
It is.
It is. What?
Oh, and my album is on MCA Records, darling.
Yes,
MCA,
still.
Yes. Still on MCA because they're still the best thing for Patti LaBelle. Okay, yes.
Good.
Now, Prince.
Well, no, I gotta ask you one more Patti question.
Okay, but then we gotta get to the boyfriend. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. I just love him. He's just too fierce. Go ahead.
What was little Patti like?
Little Patti.
Yeah, like.
Was I ever?
Oh, no. Now, when you were a kid.
When I was a kid, I was shy. I was shy. Probably like most people think Prince is. You know, but he's not really shy. But I was a very laid back, introverted person. I had dogs and cats as my friends. I didn't have people. Strange. And butterflies in jars.
And I heard you were real close to your mom. She used to have to make you go outside.
I was under her apron, and she used to give me a quarter to go to the park and play. Because she said, just go away, girl. Just leave me. Just leave me. It's not that she wanted to get me away from her. She just wanted me to have another life. Get a life. That's what she's trying to tell me. And I finally did. I joined the church choir, and my life started. Yeah. Thank goodness. But I am still shy, though. I'm much more shy than Prince.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief. People think he just doesn't do anything. I mean...
You want to talk about boyfriend bad.
I want to talk about him.
Talk about boyfriend.
It's about Prince.
Talk about boyfriend.
Now, let me tell you about this guy. Okay, Prince. Okay, I have on Prince boots tonight. So, he's, when we were in Minneapolis, we recorded the song. And when I first met him, I was really nervous because I didn't know what to expect. And I came in the room, in the control booth, and he stood up, and he hugged me, and he greeted me, and I have to take this dentine out. Wait a minute. There, take it. And so he grabbed me, and he just said, I love you, and I'm so happy you're here. And he just started talking, and I looked around, and, you know, because I just didn't expect him to chit-chat that much. And then he said, how do you like the songs? I said, I love them. And he said, okay, well, then you want to put one down? Prince, if I'm lying, come out here and slap me, because I don't remember everything. I think he said, just, well, you want to lay one down? And we went out there, and I started singing, and he said, gosh. And he was happy about what he was hearing, so he called George Clinton in.
Yeah.
George was in the other room. George,
yeah.
George,
started the funk.
Yeah, the man just
George.
And so George was in the other room doing a dog song. I'm serious, he was doing the dog something. It was about a dog.
Yeah.
And so, right, Sheila? What was the song? Girlfriend, talk. Anyway, he was doing a dog song, so he came in and Sheila was grooving, and Bud, my musical director, they were all grooving. And so he said, listen to what LaBelle just did. What does he call me, Sheila? LaBelle? Sheila, talk! Forget it.
She's been hanging around Prince a lot lately.
But I'm gonna get her later. Anyway, he said whatever he said. He said, listen at the note she just made, and then they just flip. I mean, he flips in the studio like gets excited.
Well,
He does. I mean, he's fierce.
Remember the night that I talked to you and you said you had just come from Prince's house sitting in the kitchen talking?
Oh, this was after we did the 2 songs. He thought that I did such a good job and so fast. He gave me a party at Paisley Park. He took me to a disco one night. I was like a rock and roll queen or something. I was going to a disco. Could you see Patty at a disco? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, he did. He took me around and he was escorting me like I was his mother. I felt like his mother. That's why I said at the beginning I have another son. I feel as though he was treating me like his mother. So he took me around and he showed me the dance floor and stuff, and he introduced me to people and stuff, and they took me back to the table. Then they escorted me out. He took me back to the hotel. Then the next day, I think he gave me a party at Paisley Park, and he asked me to dance. Honey, we got up and did the funky chicken, Prince and I. We were getting down. I'm not lying. Remember, Sheila? We got down. I wore him out.
Sheila!
I'm serious, but I wore him out, didn't I, Sheila? I wore him out on the dance floor. He went back and changed his clothes and stuff because I wore him out, honey. He had sweated, so, I just danced too good for him. So then, that was that party. Then the next day, he took me to his house. Mm-hmm. He picked me up in the Alphabet. Will we have time before the next segment? Commercial?
Make it a quick house story.
He took me in the Alphabet car, and he chauffeured me. He put me in the back seat, and he drove me. Took me to the... Oh, I'm not lying, darling. Took me to the house, and we were playing pool. I watched. And then I waited for him in his kitchen because I was sizing up the kitchen just in case I had to burn it down. I wanted to see if I could cook in his kitchen. Boyfriend took about a week to come down. I said, what in the world is he doing? I got tired. He came down. He had changed his clothes again. He changed his clothes 6 times a day. I'm not lying. And every time he's clean, cleaner than the last time. With his pumps to match. And I said, God, I'm scared of you. So anyway, I got more to tell you. I got more.
Okay.
More to tell you.
Let me ask you what your favorite Prince song is.
Purple Rain. And then now my Diamonds and Pearls. But I don't know. Diamonds and Pearls, Purple Rain.
Well, let's take
Then
a
I'll tell you
commercial
something when we
and
come back.
maybe he'll do Purple Rain for you.
Oh, I hope so.
We'll be back with Prince and the new power generation. I told you he might surprise you. This is part of his Academy Award-winning score, performing Purple Rain.
I didn't know.
Please welcome back Prince and the new power generation.
All right.
I never meant to call you in sorrow. I never meant to call you in pain. I don't want one time see you laughing. Only want to see you laugh in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
Prince just gave the audience tambourines.
I know. Did you get one?
I think there's one backstage for me.
I hope I have one too. God.
I'll give you mine if you don't have one.
Okay, good. I won't.
And you know what?
What?
Thank you very much for being here with me.
I'm so happy that you asked me. Thank you very much.
Patti LaBelle, why don't you
Can I
read
do
that?
this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Performing Daddy Pop from his upcoming album, Diamonds and Pearls, my favorite. This is Prince and the new power generation, Rosie King. Oh, Daddy. Oh,
Brother talking in your head. Steady wishing he was asleep in your bed. Steady wishing he was in your car. Just a steady wishing that he was who you are. Pop, daddy, daddy, pop. Brother steady talking while the girl is steady hop. Pop, daddy, daddy, pop. Punching in the rock and roll. All the people wonder why. Set your girls high, high as the sky. See the people running from the truth, living in the past when they need to be living the new. Pop, daddy, daddy, pop. Brother steady talking while the girl is steady hop. Pop, daddy, daddy, pop. Watching in the rock and roll. You're the best. Pretty patient time. Worrying about the time I beat you blind. Get your life together, stop your whine. Whenever you say that you can, that's when you need to be trying. Pop, daddy, daddy, pop. Brother steady, talking while the girl is steady up. Pop, daddy, daddy, pop. Punching in the rock and roll. What kind of fool is it? That big daddy with me. What kind of boy is it? A list as long as it's the reset. I got proof and proof on the shelf. Big purple cup for a grill. This party I was late. I don't think you understand. Whatever you can do, daddy can. Whatever you can do, dig it. Yeah, Rosie, tell
One more time for Prince and the New Power Generation. Give it up for
Night.
New Power Generation.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'll see you in 23 hours. Peace and fake number one.
Yeah.
New Power Generation. Take us home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Step to the mic, taste the hype. It's manifested, this blessed gift. I had to bring it right. So let me dive right in. Where do I begin? Ooh, let me take it to the hood if I could, where the fellas would be ballin'. Sippin' on 8-ball freaks, crawling. Take it to the hole, baby. I got to skip and look at the ski, but then to see the crowd shouting. Ooh, yeah, that got the shit started getting screwed all day. But that hit the hardest, boy playing low blow. He said a brother looked like the fives couldn't get up. Hold up, fellas, that's enough. We both wanted to call each other's bluff, and if one of you